Samara. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. We made it. We're alive. Oh, I was talking and my mic is here. Oh my. Happy New Year. This sage beat going to send you the best vibes so you can make all your dreams and projects come true this year for you. Everything that your heart desires. Of course, always put your best efforts. You know, we can dream, we can wish, we can manifest, but we can also we have to get things done, you know, we have to move our energies. I bought this beautiful deck that I don't often use it, but it's just so beautiful. And I was like, oh, I want to use it. It's so beautiful. It's the Star Tarot. Look, the card of our year, the Chariot. Because if you don't know, I will tell you that you know that every year, in just it's a bit of numerology actually. Every year it has like a frequency. For example, the sum of 2023, it's 7, and in the major arcana the seventh card, it's the Chariot. So yes, this is going to be the energy that we are going to be dealing with. Beautiful, all about advances, moving on, keeping our minds, you know, and our hearts, and just moving, even though we may carry a lot of insecurities or things from the past, but just keep moving. The Chariot, it's about this. It's about, even you don't know what's ahead of you, what's waiting for you, what is over there, but just go, you know, all about movement. And it's not just any movement, it's a whole change in your persona. It means that while you're moving towards something, even though you don't know what is it, you are starting to heal yourself. You are starting a journey. It's very important that we start a new journey. Look, this is the Ace of Cups. It's so beautiful. And look, this is the King of Wands. So masculine, so fiery, so Leo. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Look at the Ace of Pentacles. It's a whole creation. Ten of Wands. Ten of Swords. Remember that the card of Ten of Swords is usually a person on the ground that has a lot of like swords stuck on his back, as if he had been stabbed 10 times. And look at this representation. It's very different. I love it. The usually Five of Pentacles. It's so beautiful, guys. The Knight of Pentacles. It's very Aborigines. It has, I believe that the people that are represented here are Aborigines, you know, because they do have the feathers, you know. It's beautiful. I don't know why sorry. I wanted to bring it today. And I bought my new agenda. This is actually a book that's um, a journal that someone gave me that it was from a brand and I'm not using it, so I customized it to write down all your requests and what we are going to do. So I'm happy. And I just woke up, guys, so I'm going to have breakfast in front of you because I just woke up. Happy New Year, Hippo, Hope, Parvati, Jenny, and Samara. Samara was the first one. I'm so happy to see you guys here. Look what I'm going to eat. This is very Christmas. I wait all year just to eat this bread. Yes, I did, Hope. I did. I catch it on TikTok at first, and I was like running out of batteries, and I was like, oh my! I was with the phone like this, and it was so beautiful. Like I was so immersed. I was planning on watching a movie actually, and all of a sudden I was going through TikTok and I saw this, and then I went on YouTube and it was on YouTube as well. But I had no idea. I had no idea that we didn't talk about it, that it was going to be a concert. I didn't know, but it was so pretty. Like I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was so excited when it's like I saw it on TikTok and I just stayed there. A stamp on it, yes. It was the cat song. So how are you guys? Are you having breakfast as well? Breakfast, lunch? How are you? Did you go out last night? What did you do? Did you have how was it? Your gatherings? Oh my, this is so hot. Oh, I couldn't find anything about this new girl group. Maybe I was looking at the wrong place. But even I went on Twitter and I only saw like a small clips of what it seems a documentary that I even saw that the YG guy was there. Blackpink members also commenting about this girl's debut or this girl's training, like Um, so oh, okay, Summer. I saw the fireworks last night. It was so pretty. Yeah. No, I didn't watch the mini teaser, but I did watch a lot of promotions about and information also about the girls, the name of the girls, even their birth dates. I don't know. People really did all the research. I think it was a 4-hour concert with an extra hour for Lisuman's Earth Plan. Oh, tree plantings. It's about 6 a.m. here in New Mexico. Wow. Oh, but that name, Baby Monster. I don't know. That name, Baby Monster. I know who Utah is now. Hope, please. You didn't know who Utah was? I was talking about Utah in this whole time and you didn't know who he was? Yeah, Venom, yes. But Baby Monster. I don't know. It sounds like because you have this brand that Jenny is the like the ambassador of. Is it Gentle Monster, the sunglasses? That it reminds me to a brand. I don't know. They just come up with with awful names for the groups. I thought that it was only Hype's creation, but definitely Baby Monster. Yeah, I saw clips of photos of Utah, but mainly watch. Oh, but I mainly watch Shiny. Oh, okay. Ah, Hippo. How you don't know who you? Oh my God. Yes, Gentle Monster is a brand. You don't know, guys, who my husband is. Is oh my. You have to do research, guys, just to know my type. Um, Yesterday, I sent a picture. Um, Actually, it was like a collage of to the Discord chat. Of it was a photo of Utah when he was a baby, and a photo of my face when I was a baby as well. And we all were like, I don't know what happened in that moment. I guess it's because of the camera, or back then, in the 80s, I don't know, maybe the cameras had like a huge flash or something like that. But I swear the way I would stare at the camera, it was like this, like with crazy eyes. So I just, compared the two pictures. I put them together. So and I was like, oh, when you and your bias both have crazy eyes. And yeah, it was really fun because we both were like, I guess it's a moon in Scorpio thing, because I noticed that I do, I always tell you that I stare is too strong when I get serious. And I noticed that Utah has that too. A lot of moon in Scorpio have that too. Where we have very black eyes, and I don't think that it's about the color, because actually my eyes are not black. um, but when we really are looking at something, and for example we are concentrated, we tend to stare really hard at that person, if I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at it like, it seems like my eyes get like, like more intense, or more black. I don't know how to explain it, but it's because of the concentration, or because of the intention that I am like paying attention. So yeah, I always notice that about my eyes. I didn't notice that myself, because I don't. But I did notice that in pictures, in recordings, like, I do notice that I stare at people too hard, or if I'm looking at them, I'm looking at them with my whole intention. And actually, I don't feel like I'm doing that. I guess it's just a way of staring at people. But I look like a crazy person, yes. I watched a video by a group called Wavy. They are classed as K-pop boy band, but they are all from China. You don't know Wavy? I need I need SM stans here to please explain to Hippo who these people are. They know better than me. Ah, Shrek 2. Shrek is amazing. Sorry guys, I'm going to eat in front of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love the DJ part as well. And I saw a few clips of Hobby, BTS Hobby, that he was on New York. I saw a small clip of him actually like almost falling, like maybe the floor was too slippery, and poor guy. And when I saw his performance, it seems like it was raining. Oh yes, he fell. It was raining. My God. I also worry about the crowd, the people that go there, because you can catch pneumonia. Like, you know, it's so unfortunate that, that weather had to be in, like, just when this huge celebration in a huge place take. Hmm. Idols dance in the rain. Don't remind me of the music bank in Chile. My God, poor girls. They must have a really healthy immune system because the idol girls, they really were dancing on this very harsh rain on Chile in the music bank. Mm, yeah. And for us, it's totally different. For us, it's totally different because we here are in summer, so it's really hot here. It's really hot. It's like, imagine that, for example, when there's like a huge gathering or people, or a huge like gathering of different families, like having um, dinner together. And for example, we have dinner at 8, 9, even 10 p.m. Here we eat very, very late here in Latin America. I would say Latin America, but here in Argentina we eat late. I don't know about the other countries. And usually, because it's so hot inside, we take the tables outside, so we eat like on the front guard or on the back garden, so yeah. But it's lovely because the kids, if you have kids, they can run around, and just like enjoy themselves, because it's really hot. Actually, it's really like. And also, since here we tend to make, for dinner we make asado. That asado is like grilled meat, like, not grilled, it's like a barbecue of meat, but really with a lot of different meats. And and we can add vegetables too, but we eat a lot of meat. And it takes a lot of work from the people that cook it. They have to go outside, like set the fire, and everything, and with the heat, and also being near the grill, that thing, it gets like you have to like be outside, or I don't know, have a glass of beer next to you because you are dying from the heat of being cooking next to the fire. No, I'm eating a sweet bread. I don't know if you have it in your countries. I guess you do, but I don't know how it's called. It's sweet. Usually has like fruits on it, but I don't eat it with fruit. I just buy the plain one. It's a very Christmas bread. Actually, it's my favorite. It's my favorite, and um, I wait all year to eat it because actually this you eat it. They come out because it's Christmas season, because then you cannot have it during the year. We have milk bread, brown bread, fruit bread. Hmm, it could be called fruit bread. Like a broche. It's very like it's like this. It's not the regular bread, that is like sideways and long. It's more like on the up like this, and it has like we call it pan dulce here. That it translates to sweet bread, but it's a very Christmas kind of bread. I think probably the Germans invented it because I know I used to buy for my mom. She loved the ones that had like I don't know how you say this dry food, like almonds and grapes. Yeah, panettone. It's very similar to a panettone. Exactly. Yeah, I remember one of the packages. It said panettone, so it's yes, it's very similar to that. But mine is without any fruit. Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, oh, I have to tell them this is, but I couldn't find the right word to say it. Like I had to Google maybe, but I did remember the word panettone. That actually panettone is very different because panettone has a lot of fruits in it, and the texture is different. In this case, the one that I'm eating, it's very like soft. It's very like um, it's very squishy because I love squishy stuff. I don't like all I know, others correct me, is YB is a subunit of NCT of SM Entertainment. I know two members, Ten and Lucas, because they are part of Super M with Taemin for Shamin, my ultimate group. Yes, but you're correct. They are from China. The members, all of them. I I often have, because I'm not an expert on SM groups. I'm just learning, just like you. Imagine when I had to learn the names of NCT members, and I until today I'm struggling with the right amount of members that there is. I cannot tell you the number exactly. The other day I said 25, and they were laughing. But well, they could be 25 at any moment. Um, that's what I wanted to know, and I think that Parvati, you know all that. I have a curiosity because I did notice there were some NCT Dream members that went to Eric Nam's show. You know that he had the back show, well, where he used to invite idols. Well, NCT Dream once they were there, and there was these members. It was Chenle, Renjun, and it was the magnet. Um, oh my God, the magnet. I swear I know his name. I'm just, it's disappearing. Oh my God. Jisung. Thank you, Barbati. That was so annoying. Mm-hmm. And there was these three members. From what I noticed, because I know that the Chinese members, I usually like compare them that they are on Wavy. But Renjun and Chenle, are they also like foreigner? Like I don't know if to say if they are Chinese, but they are not Korean, right? I have that question about those two, Renjun and Chenle. Ah, yes, because I noticed that they were saying, they were telling, and actually one of them, the Magne, was telling Eric that they struggle with that they still are learning to speak. We know that usually in Eric's show, the he usually invites idols that speak English, like Korean and English, because he can do both. And actually, he says that his Korean is terrible. So and he was trying to keep the interview in Korean, but it seemed like these two were struggling with understanding. So okay, yes. So I got it right. They are both Chinese. So could they potentially join Wavy? Yeah. They definitely recruited that guy from the crib. Like I've seen all the childhood pictures of Jisung are with SM, are with the SM members, the I mean idols. He is the company's baby. I believe that his mother works there because it's I don't know much, but I noticed that there's a lot of pictures, a lot of videos of him being very very baby, very like 5 year old, almost 5 6, and always on camera. And he's super shy. Ah, yes. But that's my question, Parvati. Since they are Chinese, like because this is my I want to like because I'm so like ignorant in that sense because we have members that are from Thailand and others that are from China. They are not the same. China and Thailand are not the same thing. Probably even their language changes. So how do I separate those two? Which one are Chinese and which one I are from Thailand? And I don't know if maybe there's another Asian country in there, but I want to like to have them well separated to be like, oh, this is Chinese and this is Thailand, you know, because they don't speak the same language, I guess. Yeah, I like it's a whole mix. It's a whole mix. 10 is from a Chinese Thai family. Yes, yeah, that's, that was because I was like, oh, you have Chinese members and you have members from Thailand, but I noticed that Ten hangs out with all of them. Like he's with the Chinese, talking, and then he's with the others. So yeah, that's because Ten has both nationalities somehow, or I mean, he has knowledge of the both sides. But I do notice that probably because of the language barrier, there are others that just are with each other because probably they just like. But I want to know. I want to separate them in sections. Who are the Chinese ones and who are the ones from Thailand? Who are Thai? Mm. Another one. Lucas is Chinese and Thai. Oh wow. So that's why I was like very curious because it seems like that combination of Chinese and Thai um, happens very often. So, you know, that's why I wanted to know. Are there some that are just Chinese and not Thai, or just Thai? Oh my God, so complex. And they have to learn Korean and English. That's different. Lucas is actually the ethnic. Yeah, yes, I do. It's very actually noticeable in the case of Lucas because he does have very different features, like especially in his eyes and in his mouth. Like he's like one Thai parent and one Chinese parent. In Thailand there are a lot of Chinese immigrants. Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose I yeah. Uh, Ten was supposed to be part of NCT 127 initially, but due to his injury, he did not join. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's actually very like understandable because he seems to get along really well with NCT 127 members. Like he seems to be really close with them. I noticed that. I noticed that. Oh, Lucas' mommy is Thai, but he was raised in Hong Kong. Totally different languages. My God. But I think that everything happens for a reason, and definitely 10 stands out. Definitely 10. It's my bias is Utah. I don't know much about the others, but when it comes to probably what caught my attention and what stays in my memory, and when I watch it, like I'm like wow, blown away. I'm always blown away by Ten's performance. Everything that he does, it's so good. It's so good. It's like amazing. I think that guy should be a soloist. That guy should be a soloist. Hmm. And I'm no expert. I don't know. And I know that experts do praise a lot Ten, but from my perspective, from my humble opinion, not knowing much about them. actually 10, it's always different. It's different. He's like another Taemin, but a different Taemin, because since Taemin has always been the magnet, there's a lot of baby in Taemin, even though I know that people tend to sexualize him as well. But with 10, there's this sense of, I don't know, that he can surprise you anytime. Like even when you think, when I saw him on, I remember the first MVs that I watched of him was Love Talk. When the MV starts and he starts, like the camera is on him, like that guy is so beautiful, like, and so, like, his gestures, everything. Mm, his body is like water. That is very talented. Tell me praises him too. Definitely. They stay trying to push Kai as the next Damien since way back then. And I'm like, they stay or they still trying to push Kai as the next Damien. Um yeah, it's just that I think that when it comes to styles, probably 10, it's according to my perception. I don't know much about this. For me, 10 styles reminds me more of Temin, because probably because both of them are water signs, so they have this flexibility in their bodies, this softness, this, like, I think that Kai, it's a great performer. Definitely, he owns the stage. I love that he's doing all these individual projects, because definitely he's a performer. He's also someone that it's mesmerizing to watch him. But I think that Kai's style, it's a bit like stronger in the sense that it's a bit like rough, like it's not that fluent as when I watch Taemin or Ten perform. It seems like it's like very delicate, very like their silhouette, everything about them is so delicate. It's like, um I don't know, the way they move their bodies. I don't know. It's the shapes. It's beautiful. My best friend, I use a slang and I'm making it difficult for you. Ah, okay. Kai's style is too different because he's a Capricorn. Yeah, the Earth's energy made him incapable of doing that. Yes, elegant. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, Samara. Actually, um, I'm not good at dancing. I never was good at dancing, and I have Venus and Mars in Pisces, so I could potentially do it. But I always notice, especially from the males, that the males have a very strong and slender and very fixed bone structure. For example, so this is why sometimes it caught my attention when there are some main dancers that are Capricorn. Definitely, they have a sort of like aura around them that demands attention, because they take over the place. They definitely make you look like they are very dominant over the stage, and they have this style that it's a good style, it's a good technique, but it's not that fluent. Like, it's not the same as taming styles, for example. Of course, that it's not that they should be, but I think that it's very different. For example, in The Boys, the one of the main dancers, Jujeon, my birthday twin, he is always in the center. And definitely when you watch him dance, he reminds me a lot of Kai, but not so much from how he dances. He reminds me because of the structure of his body. You know, his long arms, that he's a very tall guy. He's and also his face is very masculine, you know, very structured. Like his legs are long, you know, so he commands, his presence takes over the stage, you know, and everything that he does, it's beautiful when he dances. But for example, if I compare him to the other main dancer, that is Q, and Q is Scorpio, that's water. Q definitely has more flexibility than Jujon. Jujon is like he will like execute perfectly the step, but he is much more like he will not. It seems like he doesn't. It's not that he cannot stretch that much, like for example, Q is like his body, the way he bends, the way he moves, it's like this guy is about to break, you know. He looks like he's made of rubber or something like that, because you are afraid that he's going to break because of how many turns and everything. And Jujon is more like, you know, his physique gives gives a structure and also strength to the to the choreography, but it's not that flexible. You know, he tries to be flexible because I'm sure that they practice that flexibility a lot. But you sense, hello Rim, happy new year. But it's like, you know, yes, definitely. I agree, Samara, that the earth energy in us makes us a bit more like stuck when it comes to being like flexible in the body. Like, you know, I remember when I was younger, I wanted to try gymnastics and I would fall flat on my face because I just didn't have the flexibility to do it. And I would watch other people do it and I would be like, oh, I was so envious, you know, because I wanted to be like them, but no, I cannot. And also my bones cannot take it. My bones cannot take it. They hurt, you know. And I have zero energy in my chart. Rim, you that you are an SM, that you are someone that knows about SM people. Um, because I was telling the girls that I had this doubt. Which one of I want to separate I want to separate them in sections. Like about the idols that are Chinese and the idols that are Thailand. I are from Thailand, that they are Thai. How do I separate these two? Like who is who, according to your knowledge? And of course the girls were telling me that um that Ten and Lucas are half Chinese and half Thai. Oh, tell her that I want I want a Utah picture for my birthday. So her she can get me some goods, some SM goods. I want a picture, a PC from of Utah. 10 is Thai. Lucas is half his man, and he's Thai, Chinese, Hong Kong. Okay. Utah picture. Oh. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to do a reading for Winter, Spa Winter, because I know it was her birthday. It is her birthday today. January the 1st. The reason people say 10 is half is because his great maternal grandma is Chinese. Ah, okay. Okay, okay. Yes! You didn't give spoilers for their coming album. And you know that I saw on Twitter that he was like, everyone were asking him if he did watch the concert of the last rock stars, and he was like, no, because I have to perform at that hour, but my mom is recording it for me. So I hope he gets to watch it. I know these are his idols, so. Ah, okay, okay, yes, I get it, Rim. But what about the others? Because I like I'm trying to order the information on my mind. Hello, Austin. Um, it's tough. Oh, Super M confirm a comeback today. Yang Yang is from Taiwan, and the rest are Japanese, are Chinese. Okay, and what? I'm sorry for my ignorance, but what's the language in Taiwan? Is it different? Kun, Jajun, Wingwin, mainland Chinese. Henry, not mainland Chinese, from Macau. Yang Yang, Taiwanese, German. I always thought that Henry actually was the one that was half German. I don't know why. I didn't know that it was Yang Yang. Ah, okay. I think Mandarin. I was laughing. I was laughing. They speak Mandarin Chinese in Taiwan. Okay. Um, Samara, I was laughing. Yesterday, I saw a clip of, you know, that it was the NBC's award show, or that end of the year award show or show. And you know that at the ending, all the groups were gathered in this scenario, and there was this lady that, I'm sorry, I don't know who she is. I'm sure that she's a very like popular Korean singer, but it seems like she's like an opera singer. And she was singing this song, and all the groups, or the vocals, I guess, the vocalists of the groups, like had their mic to somehow sing along with her. But she started the song, and definitely she started with these high notes, very opera like. very, very professional, very opera-like singer. And there was like this shot of, of oh, trot singer. I'm sorry, trot singer. Yes, not opera, trot singer. And and there was they actually there was a shot of I saw Banchan in there. And I was like, oh Banchan, for you Banchan, so you can make an analysis of her high notes. Oh my god, I was watching it and I was like, oh my god, it's so like I have to show this to Samara. Because he was in the back, but you can see his face. He was like, oh my, like, how do we sing this? But everyone, like all the singers were a bit like not knowing much what to do. Even the boys were also in the front row, and they were like great. Even New was the one that he looked really happy to listen to her. But yes, her voice was really strong and very, yes, overwhelming. I was watching that clip. Remember Karina side eyeing the people side eyeing of Kia, the one of the guys. It's just that definitely I don't know if like they don't like I don't know. They I know they give the mics to the vocalist of the group, but it seems like there's not an order because their voices are very different. So it sounds a bit like oh my, like this doesn't sound good. Like it doesn't sound good. It's like don't sing, just jump and clap, but don't sing. I'm still searching for that idol who missed the note. Banchan is petty as hell, and that's why he got on my nerves, amongst other things. Banchan is coming soon with two Stray Kids album this year. Oh, my hair looks kind of crazy, guys. But it's because I took a shower and it's wet already. It's still wet. But yeah, because I have curly hair actually. So it's not that that straight. So if you look at it and are like, what's going on with her hair? Yeah, it's because it's not fully dry. But yeah, I have my hair. It's last year Red Velvet were laughing at hitting people singing out of tune, and then had to sing way loud to cover it up. Yeah, I noticed it actually, like because I was like using some wireless headphones that I have, and I actually never paid attention when I used to watch it on the TV because I was always busy like doing something. But this time I was paying attention and I was with the phone, so I was like, why do they sound so dead inside? Like, and some people look like they don't know what they're singing, like even when they sing with how is it called, with Boa, when they sang her songs, that was also very the girls were singing very nice, but the boys, the guys, I mean, the curly hair were, it's just that there's a lot of like a lot of treatments of to straighten it. That's why it's not that curly. That's why it's not that curly. But I used to have it curly. Yes. And I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair. That's why I cut it, guys, because my hairdresser wanted to kill me. She was like, "No, how are you going to cut your hair? It's beautiful, it's long, it's healthy." And I was like, "No, I cannot stand my hair. I cannot stand it anymore." In a sense that it has so much, it falls, a lot of hair falls, like of my and also here we are in summer, so it's so annoying to have to be with the hair always tied up because of the heat. So no, no. So guys, I'm going to take some notes. I would appreciate your opinions or your feedbacks about. I want to try different things for the channel. Obviously, you know that I try to upload as often as possible. And but I don't know if you have any recommendation or something that you would like to see more on the channel, or something that you would be like, oh, maybe you should do this. Like, I would appreciate your feedback for future videos. And so I brought my notebook so I can write it down. And hope I didn't forget about you. I received your mail. Today I'm going to be answering your mail. Um, you want the emergency reading? I know it's not for you, but oh, I forgot to mention in the Super M teaser for 2023, they showed seven beams of light. Man, I'm hoping that hints at Luca coming back soon. Seven? Oh. Oh. Ah, okay. They replacing that man. Is Luca you know, I pull a card and you got the card of the judgment. So something is moving. He always gets the judgment. He always gets the judgment card. So definitely he's like, it's just that it's very complex. I don't know what's going on with Lucas, but definitely there's like probably this year is, they have to come up with a resolution. They have to come up with a resolution. They cannot keep him like this. So with the judgment, definitely something is going to come out to light. See, yes, Hope, exactly. Like, I feel so sorry for the fans because I would be like this as well. It's been moving, but I guess that he's most likely gonna be moving out. Yeah, here the page of the page of wands, but in reverse. So Something is not moving in there. Something is there's resistance to move. I don't know why is it so difficult to read for that guy. I know SM is eyeing for another American record label. I guess we will see. Maybe SM is waiting for Lucas to make a commitment. I also see him like uh, I think that definitely Lucas is holding on really tight. He doesn't want to leave, or he like. But I don't understand why they do this. Something there's gotta be a reason. There's gotta be a reason. Yeah. No, the situation is very complex. I cannot see, like, I cannot see, but there's something like, it seems like they're protecting him of something, but I don't know. Does it has to do with that he is not physically well or mentally well, that there's something that we don't know that is going on, and this is why he's not, active? Because definitely it had passed a lot of months since. I don't think it's about the rumor. I think that probably it's about something else. Does anyone know if Lucas has like a condition, like a physical condition or something like that? Yeah, like something happened. Like I get this energy of you have to rest. Like somehow they are demanding him to take a time off, but yeah, for personal reasons. It's not, because we are hanged to this idea because he disappeared after this whole thing with these accusations. um but I think that definitely if that was the case, it should have been solved already. I think that it has to do something else is holding him back for from not making a comeback, like, and the only thing that we can think of is about his health, or something, that is out of his control. Hello, Iva. Yeah, like something is going on, like, Happy New Year, Maruska. Like I cannot explain it because definitely I sense his desire to go to, but I also read for him a few months ago, and it was like, that he was a bit like more calm, and he was like more like comfortable with the idea of just having to rest or just having to be where he is. So he goes through moments where he's like, oh, I want to go out or I want to do something, and then he goes through moments where he's like, oh, okay, they advise me to stay here and do this, so I have to do this. And you know, like I said, he's working, like he's working, but you know, when we think about working, um I don't know if maybe he's working for the group. Maybe I sense that he's working on himself. So something happened, maybe on his body, something happened, but something is like demanding him to, you cannot come back yet, you are not okay. It's interesting, they added 7 beams of light with different colors: 4 green for NCT, 2 silver for EXO, 1 red for Taemin. Also, Taeyeon and Ten dynamic for Baby Don't Stop up SMCU concert felt super cold. Something maybe happened between them. Hmm. It's just I've noticed that you know, we don't talk often about Taeyong here, but I noticed Taeyong very distracted lately. Like in these award show ceremonies, or when he is like with the members, you know, it seems like his mind is elsewhere. You know, like I don't know if he's worried, I don't know if he's tired, like, but somehow like I don't see that guy being happy, you know, like probably he has a lot of responsibilities or he's tired, but whenever I look at his way, he's always like so lost in his thoughts, or you know, I think that I don't know, something is different in him. But I don't know much about Taeyong. Definitely being a leader is not easy, you know, it takes a toll on people being the leader. uh but you know, I always sense this, like, oh, Taeyong and the members, you know, like he is this sort of like watcher of them, you know, but he's in another level, you know, I don't know. I never seen chemistry for the Baby Don't Stop performance, but that's just me. Taeyong at TikTok, YouTube, SoundCloud, there is a lot going on for him. He was overworked. Yeah, NCT 127 dynamic is weird. Yes. Taeyong doesn't seem to like the touching as others do. He seemed to relax in Super M with Temin. Yeah, I think that probably, you know, because of his responsibilities, probably he does get along better with people older than him. Or since he's used to, you know, deal with and just having conversations with CEOs, and you know, being in charge of a lot of things for the group, probably his mentality, it's a bit more of a CEO. You know, his mentality is more like, okay, I have to watch these guys, I have to make sure everything is okay, but from a very um technical kind of thing, you know, not like I have to make sure that everything's okay. Like, you know, he's a different unit. You know, it's him and then the others. Like, guys, you don't know, but I'm a huge fan of Super M songs. Group is really have strong songs. I feel I need more from their team. Taeyong has a ton on his plate. I can imagine the pressure and exhaustion. The dynamic is not just where some get opportunities, then others creating an imbalance. I seen a reading that he's still heartbroken after his relationship with higher up SM Entertainment ended. She ended it. He can't get over it. Oh, I forgot Temin is older than Taeyong. Samara, that's normal in our groups. Not everyone gets exactly the same amount of opportunities. Yeah, Barushka, probably you're right. You know, and this is when I said when we were mentioning that he doesn't look the same, it's not to say that it's because of the members, or it has to be like I always tell you. If we see someone behaving a certain way or having some gestures, not necessarily it has to do that, oh, because he's annoyed he doesn't stand the other members, or he's just mad at some of them. Probably he has personal issues of his own, where I'm going to pull cards for Taeyeon. I want to see how he's doing. Now that we're talking about him, it's been a while since I read for Taeyeon. I'm going to rack it down. He's going to be my first, guys, my first reading of 2023. Let's see how he's doing. But probably, yeah, Maruska, it does make a bit of a sense what you're saying. I don't know why I get it has to do, like, he seems like, when you are so like caught up in your feelings that you zoom out, you're like this. That doesn't make the imbalance not there, because it happens a lot of group doesn't make. Yeah, it's okay, girls. Do not fight. Do not. It's okay to have different points of view. Hi, Luna. Happy New Year's. Let's see how Taeyeon is doing. For that bag, Parvati. Yeah. Okay, Taeyeon. Come on, Taeyeon. No, he's doing great. Actually, he got the Temperance, 10 of Cups, 7 of Cups, the Sun, and 9 of Pentacles. So he's doing okay, actually. Yeah, but starting definitely with the Temperance, there's this sense that probably he got to an understanding. Probably now he's healing, because he finally understood a few things about his situation. Probably there was some doubt. Maybe he had some inner conflict, some inner fears, fears of betrayal, fears, but somehow he got a confirmation of something, so he's like, okay. There's something about Taeyong that probably, when something happens to him, he's a bit dramatic, in the sense that probably when something happens that day, it seems like his whole world is going to end the next 24 hours. But then eventually he understands a few things. And then he's like, oh, like I overthought this, like I gave it too much thought and attention, and it wasn't necessary. um Definitely for it, it's just that Taeyong feels very lonely, and I think that he feels like he gives so much to others, and that no one is there for him. um like there's also this sense of that, because he got the sun card, so it seems like, he's a Leo sun, so definitely this need to always be shining, like he's like, okay, but I cannot always be like this. I have other sides to my personality. um but yeah, he's in a good mood actually now. He's in a good mood. Probably he reconciled with someone. Yes, you know that you, Marushka, you mentioned something about an ex. Um, it could be a possibility that he made up with that person, he reconciled because he's really happy. He's like, okay, let's get back to work. But he's someone that, yes, his emotions can get in the way. Like, he can get really moody if things don't go the way he wants to. And he's very dramatic. He's very dramatic. He's very dramatic. This is why, I think that when it comes to probably fan cams or, like trying to analyze his every single move probably is not the best, because he's someone that he overreacts sometimes, and it seems like he's going through something serious, and actually it's not. But he's healing. He definitely healed something that was bothering him, but because he got the confirmation, someone gave him the answers that he needed, so emotionally he's fulfilled now. He's like fulfilled. Oh, yeah, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, he's not getting that much, actually. Like, he gives the appearance of someone that actually he gets a lot of, like as if he has a lot of self-esteem, but actually there are moments where he feels like he has to somehow like fight people to get what he wants, and not the members. I think that probably they there's something about money. Probably he doesn't even get that well paid or something like that. My neighbor got up yelling and thought it was at me. I was at door and everything. Of course, he's like ton of cancers. He's like ton of cancers. Okay, but let's see if it's how he's doing in the love department now. Let's see if this is true, Mariska, because definitely I sense that you could someone that said that it keeps it's sort of like I'm like it could be true. How he's doing. Mm, yeah, probably about this person that definitely I sense that she's an earth sign. Things are at pause. I probably they are not talking to each other. Things are like cold, like, okay, if I see you, I don't know you, like, like, and probably he's keeping distance, he's like, he's been really cold towards her. I don't know why. Probably he's jealous because she comes with this skin of sorts, so I think that he feels a bit jealous of this person, or maybe she's married. Look, she comes with this man, so I don't know. Oh. Ah. Oh, Marushka, you have all the tea. Yeah, she's with someone, and they are not talking. They are not talking. He's giving her the cold shoulder because no. Yeah, I don't think they're together, but somehow it seems like that person, I don't know if they work in the same place and they have to see, and he's like bothered by his existence. I don't know if maybe it's because he is bothered that she was, or maybe she's divorced, and she still has to see that person securing his back. Obviously, I would hope that for Taeyong, definitely. After all his hard work, all his hard work for the company, he better get the sugar mommy. He better. Like, come on, Taeyeon. Please don't get into a relationship with a trainee, nor with someone 10 years younger than you. No, not young. Like, go for the older females. They have, and he also has mommy issues, so I can definitely see him going for someone older. Yes. Yeah, yeah. This. Oh, Mark and Una. Other than Taeyong, another NCT member was with a married woman. Really? Taeyeon has been apparently sleeping around with too many people trying to show her that he doesn't need them. Oh, I see Taeyeon doing that. I see Taeyeon doing that. Yeah, he's a cancer. He definitely is a cancer. But I think that he's like, yeah, she has him. She has him. She definitely has him. Yeah, she has him because she's older and she is very stable, and like, she doesn't, I think that probably she doesn't give in to his, because he can be childish. He can be, so I actually did ask, I do follow someone. Remember, guys, that you told me that there was someone on Tumblr that recommended me my channel. I feel it's Starfy is the name of her, and she pulls cars every day, and um and I asked her about if she could, like, pull cards for Utah to see how Utah is dating, or if he's having someone special in his life, and she was like that she didn't think so, because actually the cards that came out would indicate that he was not very happy with his career at the moment, that probably he's focused on that, because it's like he wants to do so much more, and like he's a bit not satisfied with like, he's too worried about his career, and he's thinking about it because things are not going the way he wants to, so he's focused on that. And she was like, he could be like talking with someone, like, but not romantically, like, because it's like it's not the moment for him. He's like too concentrated on his career, and probably he wants to change a few things about his career. So, and I was like, oh no, I wanted the tea, guys. That's why I asked another tarot reader, because I don't want to pull cards for Utah myself, because, since I love him, probably I would be a bit biased. So I asked another tarot reader fellow, and no, there's not people like that important at this moment. Maybe 2023, I don't know, he will change. May seems that YG will go to jail again. And the Jejun and at the Jejun married Jaehyun married with 8 children, rumor from last year. A classic. Wow, eight children. My God. She free spilled the tea in her tarot about Jaehyun with his obsessed Nuna allegedly. Oh. You think the triple Scorpio would be the one dating and in relationships all the time? I don't know if in relationships, but it's just that Yuta is so hot. Like, he must have someone. It's not possible that that guy is just focused on his career. Like, I understand that probably when you have a lot of Scorpio energy, probably he's like investing his passions and his intensity in his career right now. He got a lot of good opportunities the year that passed, so probably he wants more. He's a bit like too focused on that. He's like, okay, I want more, I need more. Like, now that I got the opportunities, and I done well, I want more. Like, he feels so empowered to ask for more. And yeah, probably he's not, he doesn't have time to actually, um and if it is like me, probably, I'm not the kind of person that you would like flirt with me over messages, for example. I mean, like, for me to feel something for someone, I have to see them. I will say like every day, but I will have to have like a sort of like routine, because it's not that you're going to conquer me just because you send me a text, like a lot of people do, that they talk on the phone, or that they are like, oh yes, hello beautiful. Like, I don't like those things. I don't like those things. It's like, you better say what you want to say to me in my face, because I don't get that, that like excited when I read messages. I prefer to see the person. They really need to put Yuta in NCT Japan. I'm just saying. Yeah, she was obsessed with Jaehyun, wanted to drop him with a baby. Wow, that was 30 from last May. Not really. A triple Scorpio is very passionate and probably can scare Fox off when the player peel back a bit. Yeah, the intensity is a lot, and the man is possessive. Help him, Lord. Yeah, that's why I think that probably he's very selective about who he finds attractive and who gets his attention. And I think that it's okay that he is very like reserved, or that he really, I trust his that he would, um I don't know, that he would protect himself, because there's a lot of gold diggers. And we talked about this yesterday. Okay, let's pull some cards for Baby Monster. Not the members, because we know that the members probably are underage. So yeah, let's not go there. Let's just pull cards to see how they're going to go with this comeback. Not comeback, debut. Uh, Eight of Swords, the Tower, Seven of Swords, Ten of Cups. Um, mm, there's a lot of swords here, guys. Definitely, things are not that simple for these girls. I think that um, they went through a very tough process of training, definitely. And I think that they still are on this. Um, they they definitely want, like, this tower moment is like, okay, it's going to be a before and after their debut. But I think that there's a lot of things that are not clear here about how they manage these girls. Eventually they're going to be well received, and they're going to have like a lot of plenitude, and also feeling very emotionally connected with the audience. But definitely they are not going through the best mentality at the moment. There's a lot of discipline. Probably these girls are very feel very pressured, especially mentally. Like, there's a lot of things in their mind. They are not very mentally stable. And probably there's one of them that is hiding something in order to debut. There's and that could potentially like become like an issue later. But I think that these girls are like, they really want to make it, they are very passionate about this. But I think that their debut, it's like, being overshadowed by a lot of other circumstances that are not clear. So I think that they will get the love and the acceptance of the people. Definitely they are going to get it. But I think that things hasn't been easy for these girls. If they show you a documentary or a video of them saying that they are so proud to be here, that because we receive so much support, we receive so much love and from the company and from others, it's not true. It's not true. They are not the babies of the company. They are two spawns. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. They just have to work on themselves and work, like build a trust. The only way they can survive this is by creating a great teamwork. That's the only that's what's going to differentiate them from the rest. To create a strong dynamic, because if they start like separating and each one like thinking about each other, like thinking about individually, like, okay, I'm going to do me and you whatever, they are going to fall apart. Again, source for, yes, for YG, yes. Definitely the good part is that um at the end they got the 10 of cups. So definitely I think that probably they do have a lot of fears as well, fears of, but I think that these girls were very oppressed. I don't know if in the training process they were locked in there, like really not allowed to get out, not allowed to interact with their families, like there was a lot of restrictions. So this is why they have the tower moment, because probably now, since they are going to debut, they're going to be able to get out, get out of that hibernation, somehow. Like it seems like, like we always tell them, like somehow being in the dungeon, it seems like a real, like prisoners, like prisoners, and all the time like being, like I think that the training process, they really are very harsh on the girls. They are really very harsh on the girls. They say very hurtful things. They play with their minds. This is why then the idols get depressed and people don't know why. Yeah, probably the style is very similar, because I was watching a few clips, and I noticed that when the girls were like performing or were like in this evaluation, they all had the same Jenny body language. I don't know if you noticed that, but they had the same Jenny poster. So I think that there are going to be 7 Jennys, and like, not 7, probably 3 Jennys and then the others, because I know there are singers in there. But yeah, I noticed that probably the rappers are going to be very much like a doubles of Jenny, because Jenny is the standard. The Magician and the Justice. Yeah, I think that probably at the beginning there are going to be a lot of comparison, that, oh yes, you are very similar to this, but actually then they're going to make their own way, their own style. They're going to be very different. It's just that they will have a lot more like, there's going to be more like synchronicity among them. That's very important. 10 Jenny, yes. Yes, yes. Actually, did you see that Jenny was one of the, I wouldn't say she was a judge, but she was like monitoring the situation because somehow she was like, okay, we want them to be like you, so please, we want you to take a look at them to see if you approve. Yeah, he's obsessed with Jenny. It's just that he doesn't know that Jenny is obsessed with herself. Jenny is thinking about her, and I think that that's the greatest strategy that you can have in a place like this. It's like, okay, yes, you think that you have me, that I am, but actually I'm thinking about my own interest. Yeah, yes. Lisa and Jenny were held at gunpoint for the documentary. Yes. The few words Lisa was like, "Oh yes, they are really great with each other." This is not the exact words, but it sounded, when you don't have an opinion, but you're like, okay, come on, say something, and they were like, okay, let's go for Super M as a group. The Wheel of Fortune again. Temperance, Four of Swords, Six of Swords. Mm, yeah, I think that, yeah, it's going to be, definitely things are moving, and definitely I think that this guy, the SM CEO, is really thinking about start to move their idols more. Like he's like, okay, let's start 2023 because there's a lot of competition, so let's go. He's like starting to, put them all in line and be like, okay, go to work. um Definitely for them it's going to be like a way of also like connecting with each other again, like uniting their forces and everything. But at first it's going to be a bit like awkward, like things are not going to move very fast. Definitely there's movement because they have the Six of Swords, but they also have the Four of Swords. So they have to start slow, when it comes to them, like reuniting and also like unifying their efforts. Because I think that they have to be patient with each other because not everyone is on the same condition, like, and I mean physical condition, and probably mentally they are not in the same place. There are some that are more like ready, and there are others that are a bit slowed down, and that are a bit like starting to, okay, I have to get back in, you know um but yeah, there have been some that have been actually like healing a lot, and they still need a bit of time to adjust. They are not going to seem that enthusiastic. They are going to do it because it's part of what they do, but they are going to be very slow about it. And then we have the Six of Swords. So definitely, I don't know, are they planning to tour, to do a tour with this group? Are they planning to do like some kind of tour? Because they have the Six of Swords here. Yeah, they have the King of Cups. Yeah, there's like some that are ready, and there are others that are like, wait, like like I have to, I have to concentrate. Like, please wait for me, be patient with me because I'm a bit slow, you know. But they got the king of cups, so I think that probably they are going to rule their own emotions. I think that this group in particular is very emotional. The members that are in this group are very emotional people, even though some of them don't even look like that, but they are very emotional people. So I think that it's going to do them very well to reunite. I know it's because of work, but I think that they will have a lot of conversations, and actually they will come to a lot of, like, work is going to get them out of this. I don't know if some of them were like resting or not active, but this reunion is going to allow them to actually talk about some things that are going on with them emotionally. So this is why they got the temperance, because the temperance, it's also about healing. It's also about, like, okay, like, let's combine the past and the present, what happened, and also let's try to create something new out of this. Like, let's try to heal, let's flow. Temin will be preparing for a shiny comeback and a solo comeback. Then Super M2, I'm hoping for shiny tour, but will enjoy a Super M tour. Hopefully Baekhyun has been healing too. Yeah, I think that they are ready, but it's just that mentally there are others that have some worries that others don't. There are others that are more focused, and there are others that are a bit more slowed down. Do you have any other questions, guys? Do you want me to pull cards for Mark Green? Okay, let's pull some cards for Mark. Mark has beautiful cards. I don't know what to tell you about this guy. This guy is so lucky. Like, first he has the Hermit, the Emperor, the Star card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So what I can tell you is that definitely Mark, it's like Marushka said, he's a workaholic, but Mark is also like, he does remind me a lot of Virgo energy. Like, he is, he's a loner, he's a loner. And he's the kind of loner that he's okay with being alone. He's okay with, because he has the emperor. It's like he's okay with being one of the only members that has to do a certain schedule, or being that one that is choose to do this that others are not doing, or to have to do these extra things that others are not requested to do but only him. um because he feels like he is the owner of his universe. He is a guy that definitely he gives me the chosen one energy, because he has the star, so definitely is his destiny to be this proactive. Even though there are a lot of people that would be like, oh, but he needs to rest, but he needs to slow down. He doesn't want to slow down. This is his existence. This is who he is. And he has it well, like he has a great understanding of himself. And he knows he's the protagonist. Whether the higher ups had told him from day one that this is how things are going to go for him. He has the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely he's doing this because he's going to be very influential in the future. He probably is going to be a CEO himself. But definitely here with the Hermit and the Emperor, he can be a bit too much into himself. Like in the sense that he's always thinking about how to improve himself. He's thinking about how to be better himself. But he's always thinking about himself, like me first, and then the others. Like a sort of like only child, kind of. But he also has leader material, because here with the Emperor, these are two very different cards, opposite energies. You have the Hermit, that the Hermit is someone that needs to be alone by himself to somehow like connect with his inner knowledge, and to reflect and to learn and to grow and to absorb wisdom. And then you have the Emperor, that the Emperor is more like, okay, let's go to battle, let's go, let's fight, let's be authoritative, let's be dominant. So I think that definitely in his own way of being egotistic, I think that he is an example for others. He is an example for others. It's like he's not the guy that he's going to tell others how to do things. Probably if you go and ask Mark for an advice about, for example, you admire Mark and you're like, oh, Mark, I want to be like you. Please teach me. He's going to be really honest and straightforward, and he's going to be like, no, I cannot tell you how to be me, because there's no one like me, and because I don't even know how to be me. Like, I know I am me, but it's something that it's personal. It's something that it's like in him. No one taught him how to be this main character, this protagonist. Yes, we know he's a Leo. Yes, we know, but there's something very different in Mark. In Mark, I see a very high awareness of work. He knows this is work. Ever since he was very young, he knows this is work. So it's not going to affect his emotional side, because he knows this is work. This is not for me to be happy and emotionally connected. Actually, for him to be emotional, it's a whole task. But probably he's hiding behind his responsibilities. He is alone, like I tell you, he is a loner. And I think that the thing he's most passionate about is his career. He's not passionate about someone. I don't see him like being like the normal guys, being like, oh, I like this person, I want to, because he's young, he is passionate, he has an Aries moon, so but he is a sort of a loner. He's a sort of like, um can I say this? He's sort of a celibate. He's sort of a celibate. Like, he puts his passions in his work. His work is his wife. Yeah, I think that he doesn't go for relationships because he cannot stand to be rejected. Probably someone rejected him in the past, and he's like, no, never again. Never again. He's not used to being told no. And I think that probably he was in a sort of situation when he was really young, not now. And he was like, oh no, that's not for me. Yeah, he does have a bit of insomnia. Yes, he doesn't rest very well. He actually doesn't know how to rest. This is a guy that doesn't know how to go to sleep and relax. Yeah, probably he doesn't know how to sleep. Probably he could sleep like 4 hours and he's already up. Because he's like a machine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Samara. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what, because the first is is this hermit, and I was like, but this is more than just being a celibate, or being a loner. I think that is part of who what he believes in. For him it's not trouble actually, because since he has the emperor next to him, he is a passionate guy. He has desires. He's actually very passionate. He's boiling inside. But what does he do with that? He puts it in his work. He puts his body to a lot of activity. So this is how he drains himself. But yes, I sense that there's a strong value, there's a strong vision of him. Like, he's like very, like, he knows, he's like a very old soul. He's like, I don't want drama. And this is very non-Leo actually, when we mentioned he's a Leo, but he's the kind of Leo that he doesn't want to be bothered. Like, let him work, let him build his empire, let him be, like, do not worry about him because he's really happy. Actually, he's in control. He does remind me of my dad. My dad is an Aries sun, and he always been like this. A very hardworking person, like, going to bed like really early and then waking up really early, like only having like 4 hours of sleep, and he waking up with all that energy, ready to go out to the world and do very physical labors, and I think that it does remind me of Mark's energy sometimes, because he's a moon in Aries, so he has all this fire, all this need, like, okay, like, in order for me to not go crazy, I need to go to work. I need to keep moving. He needs to keep moving. No one can govern their house completely. Like, he's gonna have to slow down at some point. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, I know. Definitely, he is a nervous nature. His nature is to be a nervous person. I know this because I had like a coworker that she was a Sagittarius, and she was like very hyper very hyperactive, very like she was always like trembling, and she used to smoke a lot because I think that she wouldn't even eat. I would always cover her for her breaks, to go to have something to eat, and she would be like, no, 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 I have to finish this, I have to finish this, and she was so, like this, and always like here and there and doing a lot of things, and I was like, slow down, please, slow down. And whenever she had to like deliver to me some information or something that we had to do, she would always be like, very nervous, and I was like, slow down, breathe. I was like always reminding her to slow down, but she would always be like this because it's somehow part of their character. They are like this. But definitely, I do sense this need to always be like, to see that, oh yes, I met her because I work, or I am productive, or I am active, look how I'm running around, and I was like, there's no need for you to really like be running around doing a lot of things at once, not taking a break to go to eat, not taking a break to go to the bathroom, and to get fresh air. Slow down. Like, no one is rushing you. She was rushing herself. And then at the end, after we started working in that place, the doctor told her that she had like thyroids. That I do have thyroids as well, but I do have the one that you gain weight. And she had the opposite one, the one that makes you lose weight and actually makes you look really skinny. And she was skinny already, but she was becoming too skinny, like too bony. Wait, guys, I'm going to let my cat out because it's her lunch time. Luna. Dale, anda. Yeah, but I after I met that kind of person, I was like, okay, this is a personality trait for them. Until their body stops functioning, they will continue to work like that, and with the same intensity, with that same intensity. A former boss of mine, he was a double Aries. He was a Aries Sun and Moon. He also had a Mars in Capricorn, so imagine he was all the time at work, and I remember we would always talk. He had always been like very also very active, always busy, always running around, and also very skinny, very bony, and just like Mark. If you notice, Mark is very. It's not that he's skinny, but he's a very like built guy. He's very like muscular, um, and I remember there was a day that actually his one of his dogs passed away, and he loved those dogs. He loved them so much. So when that happened, he came to work, and he really looked down, like sad. And I came over to talk to him, and I was like, "What are you doing here? Like, take a day off. Like, go, like, I know that you're sad. Go be with your family. It's a pet. In that period, I also had lost my cat, my previous cat. So I know what that felt like, that anguish, that sadness. and the loss, of course. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, he answered to me, he was like, I'm working. And he just like looked at me like, but I'm like, you are not okay, you are sad, like go home, I have to work. That was his response. And he really looked that inside, but he just had to work. So there's something in their energy that doesn't allow them to stop. So if they cannot reach that level of awareness, you just have to let them be until eventually things. And we hope that when this happens, they have the support that they need in order to you know talk about their feelings, because definitely the feelings are very hidden in there. But yeah, he's happy and he's going to be very successful, guys. So I don't know, it's like we will wait and see, but I think that definitely he's in control. That guy is in control. It's like he knows his worth, he is very authoritative, and he knows, like, and I love that for him, because with all his potential, definitely I would hope for him to be the boss one day. But yeah, I'm sorry about the celibate, guys. It's just that it came there, it was very obvious, and I was like, I don't want to, like I said, I don't know these people. I don't want to go that, but it seems like that's not something that is a priority. Like he's different in that sense. Okay, guys, I'm going to take one last question and then I'm going to go. Do you have any? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, it's better. It's honestly, I mean, like, it's not that we're judging here, but it's better that he gets these sort of cards and not that he is a pervert. Like, I would prefer to see this instead of the other way. And he's a Mars in Scorpio, so definitely there's a lot of dominance over his desires. Banchan. Oh my, let's start the reading with Banchan. Okay. Banchan, what he meant by that. Oh my. Oh my, problematic Libra. Okay, cards. You're awakening, oh my god. Don't remind me. Don't remind me, Samara, because once I get those things, I cannot stop. Once I get those hints, I cannot stop. I cannot unsee. Oh my. Come. They have a lot of Ten of Cups, guys. What's going on? Like, they really are happy. Like, I swear, like, I'm happy for them. But the Ten of Cups is coming out like a lot. He got the Ten of Cups that it's about community, the group. Um, Knight of Wands, Five of Swords, the Empress, Eight of Cups. Um, Definitely, I think that he, like people mentioned, like he definitely didn't mean this to affect others. Like this wasn't a reference to others. it was more like it was something that hurt him in the past. I don't know if there was like someone commenting about him or the group not being able to hit high notes. Um, and that definitely put him very much on the defensive, because I see him like, okay, I have to defend my group or I have to defend my honor, because he has the 10 of cups. So the 10 of cups is about family, it's about the group. So definitely, probably this wasn't said to them directly or to him, but it was said to the group. So for him, that's a very sensitive matter. So when it's like this, the 5 of swords, it's a wound that if you bring the subject, the swords start like picking, like I think that that's something that he's like, whenever I hear about that subject, I get very aggressive. Like Samara was saying, like a bit of passive aggressive, because we know that Banchan doesn't have the ability to be aggressive because he's a Libra, but he can be passive aggressive. So he also has the Empress. So there's something about, this is also Libra, probably he's hurt, he did came from a petty place, but at the same time he has this beauty in the words. He has this sort of like, he's very Venusian. So he, at the end, he can get upset for these details or these situations of the past, but he's trying to grow. He's someone that he wants to be better, that he knows that there's a lot of people watching him. He knows that he is admired by a lot of people, and that he's some people role model. So, and I know that you're like, no, he's not my role model, but for some people, Banchan, it's important. Banchan is a sort of spokesperson, since he speaks English, probably international fans like really wait for him to have his moment to speak up or speak his mind. So he also, when he said it, he was like, oh no, I don't want to show that side of myself, because not only it's not good for his image, but also it goes against his values. He also has values, and he is a sort of guy that sometimes he denies that there's conflict. He is like, he tries to avoid conflict, and sometimes that's why when he answers things, he sounds a bit ambiguous, like you're like, but what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, are you answering the question or are you talking about something else? So definitely he has to work on this. And then he has the 8 of cups. So definitely for Banchan, from his point of view, um he has a lot of things to heal when it comes to the group. He feels very overprotective over the group and the members, over his career in general. He's slowly like connecting with self-esteem, and he's like, okay, now that everyone is watching us, that we have this potential of being worldwide and being this influential, and that a lot of people are watching us, are in and he's someone that he's very intelligent, in the sense that he knows his audience, he knows what people want of him. So he's like, I have to let go of these old grudges and become more mature. He's very aware that being petty is not pretty, that it's not going to do good, but he has that in him. He has that in him because it's an old wound. It's something that happened in the past that he cannot let go. And when I say this, it could have potentially happened during Kingdom as well. And I'm not saying this opinion came from other groups. I think that probably it came from the professionals, or the people of the judges that they had in that. He was traumatized by that. So every time that he hears that word, he gets a bit, paranoid. I remember some of his fans were very sad because of what he said. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and here with the Empress, definitely he's a guy that he understands he has a responsibility with how he communicates. So he's trying to move on from being like this. He's trying to move on from being like this. He definitely acknowledges we're gonna have some growing pains during his maturity though. Yes, 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 definitely, definitely, Samara. But he has the Eight of Cups, so definitely he's like looking for a way out, because I think that he had been exposed for a lot of there were, like you always mention, there were a lot of instances where there were some of his sayings that you were like, really, did you say that? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, and I think that he's very protective of his own. That's the reason. That's the reason. And this is not to put, stray kids into this, like, oh, poor boys, they people look down on them. No, but this is how, yeah, this is how he sees. This is him. This is the Knight of Wands. He come in full force to fight everyone who wants to, like, attack the group's integrity. And this is the group. The group is his family, you know? The group is his family. And probably the other guys, the other members are not emotionally mature enough to to protect themselves. They all have their opinions, and of course they can be savage and they can be like, okay, like, I'm going to answer you back and I'm going to put you in your place. But him, as the spokesperson, as the leader of the group, he's like, no, I cannot let this affect my family. He sees them as their children, honestly. Like, that I always argue with this, because I just don't buy that, that role that they give to the leaders, that, oh, they are the mother of the group, they are the father of the group, and I'm like, no, they're just the they're just the guy that was chosen to be the leader, and in this case, I definitely do sense that Banchan see himself definitely as the protector of the group. Like, they are his children, you know. What they grown us met. I know they are poor kids, my I know, but they are not that mature emotionally. They are not that mature emotionally. They are not. They are not. His Mars conjunct Pluto. Yes. Has he said he has anger issues? He has anger issues. Yes, he does. It's just that he realizes afterwards, because you know what? He watches himself. Like, probably when he records something, he then watches it and he reads the comments. So he's very also critical with himself. He's like, oh, I mess up there. So that's why I think that, yes, he can make these, like, comments in the future. He's not perfect, but definitely he's aware that he mess up. Banchan is keeping his kids on control. Felix is not having it. That's the problem. They aren't children. They grown. He literally refers to them as kids. What the fuck? They would start to mature if he didn't stand their mental growth. That man has a firm hand of control. Yeah, it's just that I think that there's probably he has this very like a strong view that he's like, okay, I know what is right for the group, like a very absolutist kind of view. But he's not a bad guy. It's just that you know he has to work on his communication, and I think that we all have been there, like with not being very clear. It's just that he's someone that he's been watched by a lot of people, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to be careful because you know. Or you have to be like BTS. You know that BTS never talks about anything. If there are rumors, there are a lot of things, but they don't talk about certain things. Because this is the price of being trying to be communicative with the audience. Is that you think that it's only your fans that are watching, but no, your haters are also watching. So this is when you want to be communicative. This is like I always tell you, this is why an idol, the less you know about them, the better. Because if you give them a platform and you're like, okay, like show me who you really are, like really speak your mind, like tell me how you really think. um you have to be very, very careful to not fall in the trap, because the fans also are very, they love to start the drama. Sometimes they question, they make questions, they say things that they know that the guys can read, and they are very like, they love to create chaos. They love to create chaos. mm, yes, you have to be careful. Okay, guys, this was fun, like always. My first live of 2023. Thank you so much for being here. We talked, we laughed. I had breakfast with you, and now I have to go prepare lunch. But thank you so much for joining once again. I know that we saw each other yesterday, but yeah. So yes, today I'm thinking I'm going to upload the reading for Espa Winter. So poor Chan, let's leave him alone. Poor Chan, but yeah, guys, I hope that you have a great Sunday, and please take care of each other, and take care of yourself. And yeah, then you have to like give me like a feedback about what you want to see in the channel in the future. I'm going to make a post about it, but I need your feedback about maybe another series, another type of format of readings, what you want me to do, what you think that it would be fun to include. I will take those requests. So thank you, guys. Bye.